Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends Series from the Captain Marvel movie, Talos. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting the channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out, or both. That's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. First up, let's take a look at the packaging. On the top here, Build-A-Figure crease entry and a hook. Ages following up. Assortment number. The Captain Marvel movie symbol thingy. Marvel Legends Series, or Legends Series, doesn't say Marvel there, does it? Nice window showcasing the figure and accessories. Marvel, Captain Marvel, Talos, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print. Made in China print. And a barcode, because I got it off Amazon. Artwork of Talos. Same artwork. And on the back, same artwork, just more of it. Marvel Legends Series Talos. Talos, perhaps the most cunning spy in all the Skrull Empire, is a master of shape-shifting and intergalactic espionage. An integral leader in the bitter Kree Skull War, the fearsome Talos will do whatever it takes to protect his own. Build-A-Figure crease entry, and there is the completed Build-A-Figure with numbers that correspond with the numbers of the figure that it comes with. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Some more small print, and fine print, and Hasbro Canada print, and Made in China print, and Marvel print, Hasbro.com/Marvel. Hasbro. That, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his, well, no accessories. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. And I have to say, the deco on this one isn't bad. It's not super. It's a bit of an older figure. We've got this overlay that's kind of pinned in around the waist and up on his ribs a little bit. I think it slips over and then wraps around. I'm not even sure. And for the most part, it doesn't have much deco below the waist. It's got this stripe here. It's got these stripes throughout. Probably the best feature of this figure is the head sculpt and the deco for it, even though, I don't know, it's okay. It ain't super. Oh, we've got a little bit here on the shoulders, some blue and silver. At least I think it's blue. Maybe it's purple. I don't know. I'm colorblind, so don't make fun of handicapped people. We've got some silver right here around the wrist as well, or near the wrist. And then some paint on the hands. This one, maybe not so much paint. Let's take a look at his articulation. He's on a ball and hinge. He looks up that high, so that's really good. A lot of detents in there. He can look down that far. He's got some chicken neck. He's got a little bit of waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulders, 360 degrees of rotation, and he can raise his arm up that high, which is not quite 90 degrees. So cut at the upper bicep, 360 degrees of rotation there. Then at the elbow, double hinged, pinned elbow, but it gives you that much bend, so that's really good. And then at the wrist, 360 degrees of rotation on an in and out hinge, and in and out hinge on the other side as well. I do believe there's an ab hinge in here, but you can see that kind of comes loose. So yeah, there is an ab hinge in there. Activating it does make this overlay come loose. He does have a straight cut at the waist, 360 degrees of rotation there. With the overlay on, he can kind of lean back a little bit and lean forward just a little bit. So there's that. Also with the overlay, he only gives you that much of the splits. He can kick forward that far, just slightly less than 90 degrees it looks like, and back about that far. The overlay does hinder that up a little bit, and it is a little loose and shaky. Double hinged pinned knee, and because the overlay does get in the way, you get only that much bend. And then let's see, nothing in the shin. At the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, so that's really good. And then forward facing pin for rocker. And I have to say, some of these joints are really loose. Oh, there you have it, my friends. A look at the figure and his no accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends Series Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure wave. At least the members of the assortment who have Build-A-Figure pieces. And that includes the MCU's Captain Marvel with jacket, the MCU Nick Fury, the MCU Yon-Rogg, the MCU Talos, Genis Vale, the Grey Gargoyle, and the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends Series Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure waves MCU Talos, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final ramblings on the Marvel Legends series Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure waves MCU Talos, I have to say, you know, the sculpt on this isn't bad. The overlay does tend to hinder up some of the range of motion on it. The joints are kind of loose. I don't know if that's due to age or design. The face sculpt is probably the best feature on this figure. There's not a lot of paint apps going on it. It's okay. Kind of like the character was in the movie. He was okay. And not that that's a favorite MCU movie of mine. It's probably one of my least favorite. But, you know, I mean, we're talking about the figure, I guess, and not the movie. But you know, this guy's kind of meh, kind of like the movie. There's a lot of sculpted detail in it. It just falls flat, I guess, and maybe that's because I'm looking at it from, you know, a few years down the road from when it was made, rather than, you know, when it was made. But I don't think I would have been much impressed with it several years back either. It's just, to me, it's kind of meh, and that's kind of how most of the MCU figures felt to me at the time, and that's why I stopped really collecting the MCU. That, and I had to kind of cut it out somewhere, so I decided to concentrate just on comic characters. But this, I'm kind of down to scraping the barrel when it comes to Marvel Legends. I don't have any new stuff. This wave, for the most part, is one that I purchased after I started doing reviews with the intention of reviewing it. Other things just felt like they needed to be reviewed more, and so that's why I'm this far down the road reviewing this. It's not because I love the movie. It's because this wave I picked up really, really cheap. Everybody except for Grey Gargoyle, who I bought before I started doing reviews. And so he's the only one in this wave that's not really getting covered. But I bought the wave really, really cheap in order to complete the Kree Sentry, and like I said, when I picked it up cheap, I picked them up pretty cheap, and that was on Amazon. I don't know what the prices of them are now. This has been several years back, so I'm just now kind of getting around to it. But and looking at them now, doing the review on this wave, I can see why they kept getting pushed back, because most of the wave is just not great. I think Grey Gargoyle is probably the best figure out of the entire wave, and and it's the one I'm not covering. So there is that. The Sentry is okay at best. He's not great. He's probably better than most of the other figures in this line. Or in this wave, rather, not the line. And so, Talos, he kind of, I don't know, got the brown end of the stick, so to speak. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.